We have an opportunity here with a large community of great professionals, designers, architects, owners who are hungry for collaboration and projects with meaning and passion and purpose. And so we simply are providing a forum for those folks to interact together.
We're tapping into some common desires, aspirations. And the aspirations is the opportunity to do great work with people who are on the same page, make a difference in the work we do. And what we're finding is that when you do that, it's actually lower cost, better quality, it's safer to do good work together.
Doing good work makes us wholly human. And if we don't have good work in our lives, there's a piece of our soul that's missing. So I mean, this is a very almost religious belief with me. The work is a very empowering thing.
So we're asking you to come with a whole different disposition. You're not just coming in as an architect or as a builder, but in fact coming in with a passion for a result. And it's really the relationships that make a difference and how those relationships work together. The people who are now involved in our last project, well, we can't even get them to leave. They're still there, but it's changing their lives, it's changing my life, it's changing patients' lives. It's fantastic.
We're at the center of rationalizing how we build buildings. And fundamentally, buildings are where communities get organized. We don't realize how important civic structures and things like hospitals and those kinds of things are to our community well-being, that they're examples of things that actually add pride to a community.
We talk a lot about scope, schedule, budget, but in the end, it's what did we turn out? And was it just a building? Or was it a place where people live and they work and they move and their health resides there?
So when a team is built in such a way that it positions best for project thinking at the core of the team, the outcomes tend to exceed everyone's expectations because I'm always acting in a way that encourages me to think what's best for the project first.
So forums like this, if they're attended by the right people, I think are great ways to start to accelerate this opportunity.
Strangely enough, I think if you asked me 10 years ago would I come to this, I go, oh, no, but I am really become a firm believer.
Some of the main challenges for this community and the industry in general is that they've been doing it a certain way for so long. So all the structures that are in place that reinforce siloed behavior, adversarial relationships, low trust, a drive to low price, all those structures are still in place. So getting minds to change really begins with just getting the conversation to change. So that's what we're really doing is let's first start with a new conversation.
The Symposium provides that missing link, that piece where we can actually connect as individuals, as people, build those relationships, have that collaborative atmosphere that embraces the tools as opposed to turning those into weapons that we ultimately use to hurt each other.
I have this nervousness of pairing up contractors at the same table and who would really want to attend on the GC side. And what's surprising is almost all of our major leaders in this industry are here and represented and working side by side to improve the industry as a whole.
Making that paradigm shift requires slow increments until somebody has a big aha moment and goes, should have had a V8. We try to drive aha moments to people. So not flat PowerPoint presentations that say, if you want a good project, you should do these 5 things. It's not what educates people. The ability to establish those aha moments through very interactive programs and often games, simulations, has been, I think, what has driven most teams to the kind of performance that we're looking for.
When I see teams have that moment of recognition that, wow, there really is a better way, or wow, I totally get that, that actually makes sense to me and I can relate it to my own experience, that moment when you see teams really start to understand the power and capability that they unleash is a huge deal.
When you consider this symposium, it's not about sending one representative who brings the information back. This is one where the attendees of the symposium are active and participants and part of the program themselves. So having everybody attend, being here in person is very important.
I asked several of our project managers and individuals at our university to come to this symposium because it's really hard to go back and build team when you're the only one that's a part of a team. So we need team.
This is our first year with the symposium in Denver. We've reached out to folks all the way up north into Wyoming, down into New Mexico. There's a hunger and a desire to do more, so we need to find ways to get back to this community more and more, give them more touch points, more opportunities to get together, to converse, to share notes, to continue moving forward with some of the things that we've talked about.
My hope is that the industry will realize that actually, while we do make a thing, the building, and it has great value to be artistic and beautiful and functional and all that kind of stuff, it exists to support an owner's enterprise. This little piece that we do from the beginning of design to end of construction is just a tiny snapshot across the life cycle of the owner's enterprise. And that is, to me, a really exciting shift that allows us to do way better work in that small window.
Stuart Ekblatt, who presented the work he was doing in California at the hospital, that whole project team shifted from we're doing a great building to we're helping patients. He said that alone transformed the whole project. So how does the drywall person, how is what I'm doing making it better for kids that are in here for cancer treatment? And you know what that drywall person came to and told Stuart? He said, there's a lot of dust with drywall. So if I can eliminate the dust and make the seams tighter, that's going to make it better for those kids. Yeah. So that's the difference. That's when we do our best work.